There we go. Almost a smooth transition. I had all the steps down pat. Tried a few different things again tonight, like we always do. And just forgot to unmute the mic. And thank you, Marcus, for reminding me to do that. So welcome. Welcome out there, everybody. Howdy there, Mary. Welcome out there to the WDWpov live stream show. Let me pop this up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. It's been another week. It's been another week since we saw you. So I hope everybody out there. Oh, there's Annette. Annette from the Jersey Shore. Greetings, Annette. How are you tonight? And Laura's out there. Hola. Anyway, welcome to the WDWpov live stream show. Tonight, as usual, we have very strange topics. I'm not quite sure what to make of them. We will see. But tonight we're going to be talking a little bit of Mandalorian. I know some of you guys out there could care less about the Mandalorian. Columns out there couldn't care less. He always gets me on that every single time. I always say could care less, but really, grammatically, it is couldn't care less. Right? Are you in one of those moods tonight? I think he's in one of those moods tonight. Anyway, Callum's out there from the UK. Nice to see you from the southwest portion of the island nation.
That's a great profile picture he's got there.
What's that? Callum? Yeah, we can see pretty much everything but his head.
And feet.
And feet. I'm sure he's a good looking guy though.
Keep thinking that.
Good. Hope you are well. Yes, and that I know you had a few things going on this past week locally where you're at that were just a little bit crazy. Steve's out there. Hey, Jeff and King Marcus. He doesn't have his crown on tonight, but he
Not
will.
Like Steve could tell the difference. You just had to blow it for him.
I did. He's wearing the crown tonight, Steve. Just pretend he's wearing a crown. In your mind's eye, he's wearing a crown. Hey, but welcome everybody to the show. We're going to be talking a little Mandalorian, not a whole lot. We'll talk a little Mandalorian. Then we just got a couple of just sort of a weird topic that came up this past week about whether Stephen Hawking was a Disney fan or not.
No,
I know, and
I have nothing to do with this.
Oh, come on! You were the whole impetus of this topic coming up. You were. Come on, you got to admit it. You were. He's giving me the look. He's just giving me the look. Where is his queen? I don't know, Steve. We're not really sure. I think we've still got a few years to worry about that. Or do we? He's doing his eyebrow thing here.
What?
Raising his eyebrow. I don't know. You're just doing something weird, you know.
What?
Callum says that's about 13 years ago. Can't seem to change it. Now, this is weird because it's different. Now he's
on Facebook.
Okay, so you're talking about you. Okay, so here's Callum's YouTube profile, and here is his Facebook profile. So there you go. I don't know. YouTube is a little bit funny, Callum. I mean, I know there are some things in there that I've set up originally for our WDWpov YouTube channel and just never really got back to making other setting changes. It's like really hard. You don't use it enough like you do with Facebook to be able to get in there and change settings as easily. So I know where you're coming from with that. But anyway, are you going to be in a good mood tonight? Come on. You can smile a little bit. Help me, fans. Help me.
You think they can help?
Yes, they can. Maybe they can cheer you up in the chat or something. Do something to, perk you up. He's doing the stare. I can't stand when he does the stare. So, so that's part of the topics we'll be talking about tonight. We also have some interesting updates as far as possible countdown days to a Disney trip. Some things came about this week, and even though I'm still technically without a full-time job right now, I have been finding a good chunk of contract work out there, IT type work. So I've been keeping busy, and so things might actually work out. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Patty's not actually here in the house right now. She should be back shortly, or maybe not, along with Jack. But we'll see. We'll see. If they don't make it tonight, maybe we'll talk about it more next week. But there is possibly a countdown in our future here. It looks like it. I'm pretty certain that's going to happen, probably mid-December-ish time frame. So I just like to make sure all of our ducks are in a row, our I's are dotted and T's are crossed and all that stuff. But so curious just asking, are there any other people watching the show tonight that might be mid-December-ish type Disney trips, in the works? So didn't even come out right. Does anyone out there plan to go to Disney mid-December? So I'm just curious. Anyway, Steve says, King Mark, is your subjects require you to smile? Yeah, see, your subjects require you to smile. You got a little grin out of him. Yeah. He's
says the man that can't tell.
Oh, jeez. Callum says it's teenage syndrome. He's almost 18. I mean, come on. He's got to do something. Laura says, I'm going to Epcot on November 3rd. Really excited. So you got a very short countdown coming up here. You're what about 25, roughly 24, 25 days, something like that. That's good. Ours is a little longer. It's under 60 if it goes through, if what we're planning actually happens, and we're sort of, we're pretty sure it's going to happen. But again, I want to make sure before I say, yes, we're going. Steve says that's pretty hard to keep Donald, Huey, Dewey, and Louie all in line, isn't it? Is it?
I have no idea what he's referencing. But,
well, I know Donald, Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
But what is he talking about?
I'm not sure. Are you Huey, Dewey, or Louie, or are you Donald? Am I Donald?
Who knows what he's talking about?
I don't know. He'll probably explain it a little bit more so we can find out. So anyway, welcome to the WDWpov live stream show. It is October 19th, 2020. Yes, we are still stuck in 2020.
Yes, that's kind of how years work.
Yeah, this year's been a little weird, as we all know. But we're making the best of it, and we're going to just have a little more fun tonight, and hopefully you guys have a little fun with us. So just keep chatting along with us. We appreciate your comments, and I can't talk. I'm losing my voice. But let's get right to it. So there is a countdown, a short countdown for, I think it's about 11 days right now. October 30th, correct? Steve doesn't know you're nodding your head. You need to say yes or no.
So is this like a Mr. Rogers situation? Where Mr. Rogers would announce that he's feeding the fish because that blind girl asked.
Oh, okay. So here's what Steve was talking about. He was talking about when I said keeping all the ducks in a row. I get it now. That makes perfect sense. That's good. I like that. It is a little tough to keep them all in line, and we're hoping we can get them all to behave and stay in a nice row, and then everything will work out. So anyway, October 30th, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. October 30th, just about 11 days from today, I believe, is the second season of The Mandalorian. Okay.
The show isn't all about Steve. Thank you, Mary.
Well, you haven't been commenting, Mary. I haven't been able to do anything. You're just sitting there. I mean, she's probably making dinner or something, or she's doing something in the background. I know that happens a lot of times. Laura is very excited for season 2, and I am very excited for season 2. And I know Marcus. Well, I'll let you speak for yourself. Are you excited?
As am I. But if they screw it up, it's going to be the biggest letdown ever. Because we're already invested in it.
That's right. Season 1 got us all hooked. I mean, the first episode got us hooked. I mean, that was, I still go back to remembering that first episode.
That very first night / morning.
Yeah, we watched it, I don't know, probably
November what?
I don't know, whatever day it was.
It was 3 a.m.
Disney Plus started streaming, and we were up till 2, 3 a.m. watching. First, we watched first show,
Steamboat
Willie, and that was his idea, which I thought was a very good idea. Why not start where it all began with with a mouse and start with Steamboat Willie, and then
tell him you don't have enough to watch on Disney Plus already.
What's
you need something fresh to watch on Disney Plus. They keep adding stuff, but I guess actually I agree with you. They need something fresh. Most of the other stuff they put on is filler crap.
Oh, jeez. Okay. What about the Right Stuff? We actually binge watched.
That was somewhat decent.
We binge watched The Right Stuff, and
what I did watch.
Yeah, Marcus was doing other things, but yeah, you seemed like you were interested in it, right? And there were only 3 episodes, and we watched all 3. And yeah, I mean, I hadn't seen the original Right Stuff movie for years. I think that's like about a 3-hour, 4-hour long movie. But yeah, this seems like a decent series. It's a little edgy.
Didn't seem to whitewash anything.
Right. Yeah. It seemed a little edgy. It seemed like they were, bringing up some topics that you might not expect. It is National Geographic though, right? Or no. Wait. Is that National Geographic?
The golden rectangle.
Yeah. So
the golden rectangle box.
Yeah, and it's actually interesting in the sense that
the Animal Kingdom documentary. I guess that's something you can watch.
Yeah, we have not watched that one yet. I know a lot of people have suggested it. I think Mary said that she liked it.
Why would I want to watch a documentary about one of my least favorite things?
Because it might be interesting.
But I know about the background and history of Animal Kingdom, and I know how they operate.
Well, maybe there's some really, really background stuff that you don't know about.
It's basically a giant zoo that they have a theme park inside of. I've been to the zoo. I've been to another Disney theme park. I think I know what they do there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Laura's saying she's going to have to watch that, The Right Stuff, since we're recommending it. See, look, Mary's saying that's not what it's about. So you're going to have to watch it. Well,
I don't have to watch it.
She doesn't want to ruin the ending for you.
Just because they say that's not what it's about still doesn't mean I have to watch it.
But okay, you didn't want to watch The Right Stuff, but somehow
I didn't say I didn't want to watch it. I just said you might be interested in watching it. I don't think I'd be as interested in watching it.
He was actually
But I didn't say I actively did not want to watch it.
But you were actually doing it as a selfless act. And I appreciate that. Because he knows I like space, I like astronomy, and the whole space space race, and I remember as a kid watching the original landing on the moon, and it's just I love going to NASA. So he said, "Hey, you might want to watch this," and I was like, "Yeah, I do," but I didn't think you wanted to watch it. So
at the time, I really didn't.
But now you sort of liked it. Okay.
But Animal Kingdom just.
I
don't have a basis of interest whatsoever with Animal Kingdom.
We're going to watch it. That
doesn't mean I'm going to watch it.
She says that it has some great, interesting things about animal care and how they train the animals.
Yeah, that does sound like background stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You watch 10, 15 minutes of it. If you don't like it, just go back to your video games and you can just sit there like this and pretend like you're watching it while you do that. But yeah, getting back to Laura too. You have not seen The Right Stuff. I know we're getting off on a side issue here, but yeah, The Right Stuff, like I said, it's a little edgy. There is some swearing, not a ton, but there is some swearing. And
it's got Captain Hook from Once Upon a Time playing an astronaut.
He picked that up. Did you verify that? Did you verify?
No, I did not verify it, but it's definitely him.
Okay, yeah, the one astronaut, I believe it's Gordon Cooper. One of the original Mercury 7. Captain Hook from
Once Upon a
Time. And I didn't catch it.
It's just the beard and the accent
throwing
you off.
He's got a little bit of the accent going, but yeah, he apparently is
Gordon He definitely
Cooper.
Had an accent going on when he was that Captain Hook.
Oh, yeah. But it's interesting, because once he mentioned it, as soon as he said it, I'm like, yeah, that does look like him, doesn't it? So
Basically because it is him.
it is.
I'm sure
Okay.
it is.
We'll have to IMDb it to verify it, but we're pretty certain.
We don't trust IMDb after the whole Pixar movie debacle.
Which one? Oh, yeah, where they didn't say that the one movie existed or whatever, even though it did. Yeah, that was a little interesting. So anyway, what were we talking about? We're talking about how did we get off on this topic?
Callum was talking about stuff not being fresh on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Thanks, Callum, for getting us sidetracked. No,
Which honestly, this ended up being a better topic than either of the ones you had picked out. I'm sure
it was.
Then again, it did tie in with The Mandalorian.
True. The
Which is what
Mandalorian.
we were talking about.
Yes. So here's the question now. Okay. Mandalorian. Thank you, Laura, for trying to get us back on topic.
Notice that I kept a very decent timeline of what just happened.
Yes, you did, actually. You've been really sharp lately. I have to give you that. Been really sharp. Okay. So The Mandalorian coming out October 31st.
Seems like Carl Weathers will be in it again.
Oh, he better be. Carl Weathers better be in it. I mean, he was one of our favorite characters. But then also, yeah, the
whatever his character's name is, he's just Carl Weathers.
I wish they could bring the assassin droid back somehow.
It's just an assassin droid.
I
they
know.
could have another one.
They can have another one, yeah. But that first episode, though, when he was like spinning around and just shooting things left and right, and I
think it's going to be still more of an adventure story with just the Mandalorian and the child going on their own adventures and not having any other real reoccurring characters.
We'll see. We'll see in a couple of less than 2
Other
weeks.
than that random guy with the black lightsaber at the end of season 1.
The what was that? Was that the Mandalorian special black saber or whatever that he somehow got a hold of? That I think they somewhat referenced in Rebels, right?
Not somewhat referenced.
They did.
They literally had.
Yeah. Star Wars Rebels sort of explains a little bit about the black saber. So anyway, back to the Mandalorian. Okay, so we want to know, and we're going to be bound by this. You guys get to decide, okay? Because he doesn't want to binge watch season 1 before we start watching season 2. I do. I want to binge watch season 1 in preparation for season 2. We could watch an episode a night or a couple a night or something like that. It doesn't even have to be a binge, like all done in a couple of days or anything. But it could be a binge.
There's only
watch.
8 episodes.
I know.
So it would still be a couple of days,
So
no matter how many you watch.
So we can easily spread that out over the course of the next 11 days. Easily. We could even do one a night if you wanted. But I would like to binge watch, or at least watch, all of the season 1 episodes before
you already watched season 1. Thank
Season
you,
2.
Mary.
What's that? Yes, we did. Yes, we did, Mary. But you got to rewatch it to try and,
I mean, it's been about a year since the last season even came out.
Right. It's been about a year since the first episode came out. You got to sort of refresh your memory and remember all the things that happened in season 1.
I mean, I remember a lot of the stuff, but no matter how good you remember a show, you always forget one or two major details.
Absolutely. And sometimes you pick up some little details that you missed the first time through, and you're like, oh, I didn't notice that the first time. Right? Okay. So we want to hear your opinions on this. Should we binge watch or should we watch episodes?
You're just going to watch the last one? Okay.
Okay, Callum's just going to watch the last one. Okay, that's not a bad idea too. Some people do that. I've done that on occasion if we were watching a series and then...
I don't feel like that's effective though.
Especially on Netflix or something like, or Disney Plus or something, because you watch the whole season and a lot of times you can watch the whole season in a matter of a couple of weeks. And then it's another year before the second season comes out.
I feel like that's not very effective for remembering everything, though.
Okay, Laura's going to rewatch it. So now I think we've got one yes. We've got Mary who's saying, didn't you already watch it?
And we got a maybe.
And we got I'm going to watch the last episode, which is sort of a hybrid to jog your memory, but not necessarily spend the time watching the entire first season. So now I'm really confused. We need somebody to do a tiebreaker out there for us. Say the binge watch.
Why do they get to decide?
Because we want them to.
No, you want them to.
Because I thought it would be a slam dunk, and you guys out there are just not cooperating with me tonight.
With that few episodes, just watch it again to refresh. But weren't these like hour-long episodes almost?
Yeah, no, they're more than a half hour, weren't they?
Like
Close to 40 minutes,
50 minutes,
45 minutes, something like that. Yeah, with a few episodes, just watch it again to refresh. So we got sort of refresh on a couple of opinions. Laura's going to rewatch the whole thing. I don't know. We're going to end up probably flipping a coin or something. Or I'm just going to rewatch the whole thing. And that's interesting there. Oh, my. Yeah. That's fun. That's why it's always nice to have a, what would you call it? I guess like, somebody who monitors, like something like that. Anyway. So Mary says, yeah. Yes, Mary. Yes, they are. I agree. So that'll be interesting. That's always a good thing to have, like, something to monitor that kind of stuff. Can't always, though. Just doesn't work. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Let's do this. Please excuse me for one moment. Yep. Okay. I'm going to have to do it later. So anyway, after that, let's see, what's Laura saying? Does anyone else hear people refer to the child as Baby Yoda? All the time.
That's all people call it.
All the time. But it's not Baby Yoda.
It's like calling Bowser Jr. Baby Bowser.
Right.
It just doesn't translate. They're two different people. Baby Bowser was Bowser as a baby.
Yeah, it bugs me a little
bit. Bowser
Jr.
is his son.
Laura, it bugs me a little bit.
Completely different person.
Bowser Jr. and it's not Baby Bowser.
Baby Bowser is Bowser as a baby.
Right.
But, two completely different characters.
Right. Yeah. So it bugs me. I don't know why people do it. I guess it's just because
it's easier to say and everyone knows what you're talking about when you say Yoda.
Right. No, we're gonna split these, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Somehow we had dinner just brought in. And Jack just told us, here you go, Wendy's. There you go.
Why are you giving them advertising?
I don't know. Maybe someday they will be a sponsor of ours. Maybe. I doubt it. So yeah, I wasn't expecting this. We got dinner apparently has arrived.
No, I wasn't expecting anything.
No, I wasn't expecting anything. I just wasn't expecting anything. I just wasn't expecting it. Are these both the same?
No idea how you check.
You have to check these burgers here. Yep, looks like bacon cheeseburger.
They're both exactly the same.
Okay.
Yes, all the time. Good point, Marcus. Thank you, Laura.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm still going back to some of the weird comments. Yeah, this is where you have like, hey Patty, what do you call it? Where you're basically monitoring. Moderator. Thank you. Like a moderator for the comments on a show. Yeah.
Why is it so shiny on your shirt?
Yeah. Okay. So no, we weren't expecting to eat. It really wasn't. I was going to maybe make something after the show, but they just came back from shopping and grabbed some fast food. Here's why this shirt is shiny. Okay. So we've got our green screen back here. So if you look, this is just basically a green screen way back here. And it just so happens I'm wearing my Goofy.
You're right. That is a Goofy shirt.
It is a Goofy shirt. It's a Goofy shirt with Mickey. Now, this part right up here, there it is, right up here, is this yellowish green color. It's not quite solid green. It's not even really It's more yellowish, but it does have some green tint to it. And apparently it's enough that when the light hits it just right, here we go, it starts to become a partial green screen like that. So there you go. Now you know why my shirt looks shiny. Yes, very interesting. Gonna have another fry, thank you. Excuse us for eating. I know Mary's eating. She was preparing dinner earlier. That's why she wasn't able to comment so much. Okay.
Why do people watching get to eat while we're on camera, but we don't get to?
Yeah, why is that? You guys get to eat, and I mean, is it okay if we eat?
It's not okay for streamers, podcasters, and live streamers to eat. That's your stereotype.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it is a little rude to eat on the air. You guys think it's rude, or are we just...
Well, by extension, them eating while listening to us is basically them somewhat ignoring us.
No, it's not okay.
Well, I mean, sometimes I'll listen to podcasts while I'm driving. Not too much, but sometimes. And I'm driving and still listening. Or even a live stream. Every now and then I'll watch a live stream while I'm eating. Yes, Mary, I am not going to choke tonight. I promise you that. Yes, it is late. It is a little late. Yeah, Steve, I will try not to choke. And okay, here we go. And just to help guarantee that I won't choke, I'm going to help wash some of this down right now with this. Gaston. Had to do it.
You really didn't.
Yeah, I can feel it going down the throat here, going down the gullet. So, anyway, we didn't really get much resolved with our Mandalorian thing. There we go, Annette. Yep, Gaston. And Callum says we're making him hungry. Sorry.
At what, 3 in the morning?
Yeah, I was going to say, what time is it? 8:30? About 1:30, I think, your time. I don't know when we switch to when we fall behind in a couple more weeks, in about a week or two. I'm not sure if that's going to keep us at 5 hours off of your time, Callum, or if that's going to make it 6, or if it's going to make it 4. That's always confusing to me. What happens, because not everybody in the world does, daylight savings and all that stuff. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, so that I think is about all we're going to do with the Mandalorian, because nobody else wants to make the final decision for us.
I have no problem with that.
I'm probably going to just, binge watch it. And if you want to watch it, you can. If you don't, that's fine too. Mary says, no, I refuse to have an extra hour of 2020. Yes. Well, this was a leap year. Didn't we already end up getting stuck with an extra day? Isn't that's horrible. An extra day of this year was not necessary.
Can everyone just stop acting like 2020 is the worst year ever?
Well, I can't think of too many that haven't been worse than this.
World War II. Any year that was occurring during World War II.
Okay, Mary said binge watch it to refresh. She has the final say.
Mary doesn't control my life.
Mary is controlling you. You will listen to what Mary says.
I'm not weak-minded either.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, saying that 2020 is the worst year ever is what's going to keep it as the worst year ever for you.
So you're going to be you're just going to try and be positive. Is that it? You're going to push through the rest of the year.
What are you talking about? What are you saying? Push through the rest of the year?
Well, got a couple more months to go.
I'm just going to live life at a normal pace for the rest of the year.
Okay, that's fair enough. Oh my goodness, Mary says she's never watched it.
Probably
Mary,
doesn't care about Star Wars, which, you know what? That's your own opinion. That's fine.
yeah, I know Mary's not a big Star Wars fan, Mary, but you should watch it sometime. It's an interesting show. You could probably watch it standalone.
Well, their clocks go back on October 25th.
Oh, okay. So you guys fall behind basically the same time we do. I think ours might be a week later. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So when our clocks go back, you won't end up having to stay up an extra hour or anything goofy like that to watch a couple of
Nightmare.
Disney goobers online. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm completely normal. You're the weird one.
Yes, you are. You are definitely normal.
I don't dislike Star Wars. I just never watched it.
Well, try it out. Just try the first episode of The Mandalorian. It's interesting. Just go for that. Okay. Now, our second topic here is a bit interesting.
And by topic, you mean recordings that you made yourself.
No. So basically, Stephen Hawking, very, very brilliant person, obviously, had an extraordinary life. And the other day, Marcus was doing some work on the computer, and it sort of came about that you sort of stumbled on something.
I didn't stumble on anything. I did exactly what I wanted to.
Was doing some programming work. Okay. Yeah, Stan said that Mandalorian can stand alone.
I don't agree with that.
I think it can. I think it can.
I don't completely agree with that.
I think it can. Now, there are definitely some things that are funnier if you get the reference to it, but I think it could stand on
I
its
don't
own.
agree.
Well, then you call Stan and tell him. Or you can message him.
You think I'm going to go out of my way to speak to a Canadian? Hey?
Okay.
Not sorry.
So Stephen Hawking came up as a topic and started wondering, based on the work you were doing, whether Stephen Hawking may or may not have been a Disney fan or a lover of Disney stuff.
That's what?
What?
Your story is not cohesive at all.
We don't know for sure, but we did stumble upon, and all respect to Stephen Hawking and his life and all the things he did. And in fact, by the way, I believe there is a show on Disney Plus. It's a National Geographic show. I think it's about Stephen Hawking. So see, it all ties together. It all comes back to Disney and Disney Plus or something like that. But anyway, so we found out apparently that Stephen Hawking does indeed like Disney very much. And we have a little bit of audio proof of this, which we're going to share with you right now. So, okay, everybody get ready. Get ready for some Stephen Hawking and Disney. And of course, this thing stops right here. Oh, I turned down the volume. Okay. I did that for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Stephen Hawking, proof that he likes or loves Disney.
How do you do? Fine, how are you? How you come on? Pretty good, sure as you're born.
This we had to dig up from the archive, the Disney archives.
You need help.
We found that very rare recording, and we actually found a couple more that prove even more beyond a shadow of a doubt. Here we go.
Yo, ho, pirate's life for me.
See what I mean? This guy loved Disney. And one more. This one just seals the deal right here. Okay, ready?
It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share, that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. 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 It's a small, small world.
And there you have it. Stephen Hawking, proof positive that he was a Disney fan. And I think we just lost our entire audience.
I don't blame him.
This is like I can feel what Johnny Carson probably felt like on the Tonight Show way back when he was doing a skit and it wasn't going well. That's what happened just now. And I apologize for that. So, not one comment.
I had nothing to do with this, by the way.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's what really happened. Marcus is doing this programming. He's using Python. He's doing some programming work for school. And he does this. This is what he did. It had a voice synthesizer as part of the programming he was doing. And this is what he did.
How do you do? Fine, how are you? How you come on? Pretty good, sure as you're born.
So that's why it happened. So it's all your fault.
No, it's your fault. You could have just
I know.
left well enough alone.
I could have left it alone. I could have let it sit and ignored it and just laughed. At the moment that he brought that
No,
up.
you do what you always do. You have to take everything to an extreme.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. So anyway, I apologize for anyone out there. Yes, and he was what an amazing human he was. Yo. Oh, thank you, Callum, for at least helping to salvage the moment for me. When he played that though, when he played the Splash Mountain thing, I thought it was funny. It was pretty funny at the time. Just didn't translate apparently onto a live stream quite as well as I'd hoped.
Nobody cares about the things that we like.
We do have
Our sense of humor is very weird.
We do have a little bit of a different sense of humor than most. It looks like our fries are almost gone. So anyway, I'm going to try and do one more thing here tonight.
I'm coming.
Okay, my wife's coming. Mary said, I always thought it was fun when he came on Big Bang Theory. Yeah, it's sort of funny because, I mean, for as smart and brilliant of a guy he was, he still had fun with it. I mean, he just, and I've seen some pictures of Einstein. If you ever look at some pictures of Einstein when he was, on the beach or, just these weird pictures of Einstein that you would think that doesn't seem to fit. But, he's just a guy. I mean, he did, he went to the beach. He did things sort of like you and me, but he also came up with these, crazy theories that, none of us probably would, you look at it and think, oh, okay, yeah, E equals MC squared makes perfect sense. But how did he get to that? So anyway, so apparently my wife is going to come in here in a moment. I did sort of touch upon earlier, and I'm going to try and see if I can share a screen here.
Okay. Do you want to go, Marcus?
Are you done? Are you done with me?
He is done with you.
He's done with me.
He's exasperated. You exasperated him.
I exasperated him. Well, you know what? Just for that, I'm going to bring this up just briefly. Bring this up. There we go.
He's not funny.
This was a post we did earlier today.
We did.
Well, I did.
You You did it. Quit saying we.
Okay, I did it.
And he says we when it's me that does it too.
I speak in the we as in our family unit.
No, we're not a family unit.
We're not?
No, for everything we do. When I go to the bathroom, I don't say we went to the bathroom.
Well, that I'll go along with you there. But
I go by myself. I don't need help.
But this was our.
Hi. Wait, first off, hold on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. How are you today?
Here, we'll go back there. There you go.
Okay. My hair's a disaster today.
A disaster?
Yeah, it is.
Is it a disaster?
Yes, it is.
But so my wife's going to join me here for a little bit. But yeah, let's go real quick back here again. So yeah, this was something that I posted earlier today. One of what I consider the best bathroom on Disney property.
Marcus has trimmed down so much.
Oh my goodness, yeah, he was a little bit of a.
Don't say it.
I was just going to say he was a little bit heftier back in the day, but he has through his teenage years has trimmed down quite a bit. But yeah, so Mary, initially joked around about, who's going to have pictures? I generally don't take pictures of bathrooms. And then who's the one who takes picture after picture of bathrooms? Turns out to be Mary. So
it turns out to be Mary.
Yeah, turns out to be Mary. Now, you know what? I don't have them. And the genius does need to have some fun. You got to take a break every now and then.
Who's the genius?
We're talking about Einstein. And,
I thought she was implying you.
No, you missed that part. No, Einstein and Stephen Hawking.
Okay, so here, stop.
I just want to, let me finish with the bathrooms. So yeah, so I do have pictures of the bathrooms in the Mexico Pavilion. I have pictures of the bathroom.
That's really a bad idea. You're going to have something
that'll be
cut.
I have pictures of the bathroom at the Imagination Pavilion,
Lego.
Which, by the way, I do. Lego bathroom is amazing. But the Imagination Pavilion is a very nice one. I have pictures of the bathroom in, I can't even think of the name of it. It's the one that's on that bridge between the front part of Epcot and goes out around past Test Track and heads over toward Mexico.
Oh, you're talking about
that building that they don't really use a whole lot anymore.
The Odyssey building?
The Odyssey building, yes. I have pictures of that one. I've got actually pictures of quite a few bathrooms at Disney, but this mouse works too, by the way, if you want to use it.
This mouse works too?
Yes, you can use that. So what's Callum saying? Do you like...
the Toy Story and Tangled ones?
Well, okay, yeah. So this one here that Marcus is standing in front of, this is just outside of the Tangled bathroom. Yeah, that is one of my favorites, absolutely, as well as Tangled being one of my favorite Disney movies, period.
Okay, so can I have I'm making a confession. None of the Disney bathrooms are my favorite.
And the Toy Story ones. We haven't really been in those that often.
I haven't been in. Oh, once.
I think we were once, maybe. Calvin.
Okay, why are we talking about bathrooms again?
And Mary says, "Patty, you thought I said Jeff was?" Yeah, no, I don't. She did, but it was. She immediately dismissed it.
Odyssey.
Yes, the Odyssey building.
Okay,
Yes,
so I am here now.
Okay,
I am here, and I want to tell everyone I am not responsible for anything I say or do.
Wait, you're not responsible for anything you say or do.
No, I have been sugar-free now for what day are we on? The 20th. 16 days. 16 days. I think this is day 17.
Has it been that long?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 17 days. 17 days.
Yes.
17.
Yes.
I feel fantastic. My body feels fantastic.
I'll let you talk while I finish.
Okay. My body feels absolutely fantastic. When I stand up.
I can vouch for that.
Oh, get out of here. And now we are having strawberry cake. She said the words. You're saying strawberry cake. I'm not eating sugar, and she's like throwing it up in my face. We're eating strawberry cake. I love strawberry.
She's digging the knife into her back right now.
I love
digging it in.
I love strawberry ice cream. Absolutely love it. Absolutely. And I love strawberry, sweet strawberry stuff. Strawberry shortcake. I am a sugar addict. Okay, so here's the thing. Through the years, I've reduced the amount. I don't have sugar in my coffee. I just have cream. I'm still eating fruit. I'm just not eating the processed, no brown sugar, corn syrup. If it's added into something, I'm not eating it. Not even coconut sugar. Some people have substituted coconut sugar. I have had something with a little maple syrup in it. But I made apples. Cut up apples yesterday, and
she's gluten free along with all this.
Yes,
too,
I am gluten free. So I did this last year for 3 months, and I felt fantastic. So I have rheumatoid arthritis, which causes inflammation, and I'm gluten free for that, for my Hashimoto's, my thyroid issue.
Amish bakeries are pretty amazing.
Yes. So the reason. So last year for 3 months, I went gluten free, and the first
You mean
week,
sugar free?
Sugar free. I've been gluten free.
You've been gluten free for like 8 years.
Eight or 9. So
this is going to tie back into Disney somehow, right?
So be quiet. 8 years I've been gluten free. I've done the sugar free for a week or 2 here or there, but I can pretty much go off sugar without getting the horrible headaches because I don't eat tons of sugar, but I eat it every day. And, I'll have 1 glass of Coke, and then tomorrow it's 2 glasses of Coke. I never go past 2 glasses of Coke, but I couldn't do it, Patty, and I should. Okay, so let me tell you, last year when I did it, we went somewhere and we took pictures. We did a selfie at the mill, in Linerman's Mill.
Yeah.
And we did a selfie, and the picture came up on my something.
Yeah, like your time hop or something.
No, but it wouldn't, because that was in November.
Facebook memory.
That was November last year, so it didn't. It just it was on something, and it showed up, and I remember I kept doing this. Oh my goodness, my hair feels fantastic, and it really felt fantastic. Don't say it. Don't interrupt. And then. My complexion was so clear, but what I remember the most is I didn't hobble down the stairs. And when I get up, and I know this is due to the arthritis, when I stand up, I hobble for the first 30 seconds to a minute. I hope you don't go to Subway. Well, they have gluten in their bread.
It's in the air. It's in the parking lot.
They said it's a dessert because it has so much sugar. It's been so many years since I had Subway. I know you know what? I don't understand why he has ADD. I don't understand this. I should be the one with. Now, Mary said sugar is a drug for sure, and it really is. So last year in October, I went sugar free. I had I had a piece of pie the day before Thanksgiving, pumpkin pie, and a piece of pie on Thanksgiving Day. And then I did not eat sugar again until Christmas Eve. When I ate it on Christmas Eve.
This is going to lead back to Disney somehow. I don't know how. She's going to tie it back in at some point.
Shush. So when I ate it on Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day and then the day after, I was off.
She went off the rails.
I did.
Like our show usually does.
I did. It was horrible. And I could not stop eating sugar every day. So I feel fantastic. I am not hobbling. My hips feel great. My knees feel great. Everything feels great. I feel fantastic. But I am craving sugar so bad.
Do you like Space Mountain?
Space Mountain's beautiful.
Or do you want to be back at the castle?
The castle's fine too. I want
We'll get you back to
chocolate
the
mousse
castle.
so bad. I don't know why I'm thinking about
Chocolate mousse?
but
Chocolate mousse.
you know what? At the California Grill,
Mhm.
that chocolate dessert they have that is gluten free that I'm allowed to eat.
Yeah. Or we could do this. We go
The
back.
California Grill dessert. Why are you doing this? Don't do this. The California Grill dessert. Do you know about the California Grill dessert?
Which
The
one?
chocolate one.
Oh, that chocolate one with the it's got the little fine
Yeah.
spinny things and
And
everything.
it's
We've
so
got
good.
pictures of that too, as well as bathrooms.
Okay.
We have pictures
so-
of good desserts.
So here's the deal. If we go to Disney, what am I going to do? What if if I say I'll have one dessert, I mean, I don't know. It might be good for me to say I'll have one dessert because there's not a lot of great gluten-free desserts anymore. There used to be a lot more.
Doesn't that look like we're sitting in front
Yeah,
of
it
our
does.
actual wall
So
that's
what
usually
am I
back
gonna
behind
do?
us here?
What am I going to do?
I don't know. What are you
if
going
I
to do?
What am I going to do about the sugar thing?
I think sugar at Disney reacts differently
No, that's not right.
than sugar outside of Disney. Just like calories.
And I think,
Calories are different at Disney than they are around.
Really?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so I need some practical advice. I already know how to manage. I would have that gluten-free dessert. You only live once. But the thing is, my body feels so miserable. So I'm not living. That's not living. I know I've come to the conclusion that for the most part, I have to be sugar-free most of my life now because it was that realization when I went gluten-free. I knew for years I needed to eliminate gluten and I dabble with it. And then when I finally did it and I feel now I'm living. I am living.
Okay.
But I wake up some days and my joints hurt and with rheumatoid arthritis, the ligaments hurt. And so I'm feeling much better.
Well, that's good. I don't know how that all sort of tied in.
I need to know what to do at Disney.
You want to know what to do at Disney.
Even
though you can't have
sugar-free desserts
and you can't have gluten
without.
But you don't want aspartame. You don't want those sugar substitutes.
No, I don't want sugar substitutes.
Yeah, most of those have a weird aftertaste, or they're just not good for you.
Oh, and France has really good creme brulee.
Oh,
I would get a scooter. I would get a scooter and eat the dessert.
That makes sense. Yeah. See, then you don't have to worry about your joints not feeling good. You just hit that little button and go.
But Callum, as Callum said, go back to his comment about the drug.
Oh, that's up your way.
I'm a sugar addict and can't get off the stuff.
Yeah.
And
he gets massive headaches. And Mary was saying that it's a drug for sure.
Yeah.
It's white too. It's like other, things that are not good for you.
So Mary is not the right person to ask.
Well, I think her one piece of advice was pretty good about using the scooter. You don't like that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll run people over. If you're going to be at Disney when we're going to be at Disney, you'll get run over.
Okay.
Okay. So are we going to talk about Disney real quick?
I think so. I did hint about it earlier. I basically touched on it that we didn't think we had a chance. Not a chance of... It's been over 2 years since we've been to Disney, which for us, when we've been there like multiple times, Mary says Disney is so much walking and she's not the right person to ask about this. But, we typically are at Disney at least once a year. For the last 2+ years now, we have not been to Disney.
No, I think we do need to qualify this by saying, okay, when it was us and the first 3 kids, we went every other year.
Right.
Or sometimes it was even 3 years.
Most people have a beer belly. Mine's a sugar one. Yeah, Mary's saying we should go in January. It probably is not going to be January. I know.
Okay, so here's the thing. Jack is a different person when he's in Disney. And we don't do lots of therapies. I homeschool, and we made a decision years ago that was sort of like therapy for him, and it really was. And I know that sounds funny, and I don't think no insurance company is going to pay for a trip to Disney.
Yes, we'll turn in our Disney receipts to the medical, insurance, and they'll do that as a therapy.
But we ran into some friends that knew us from here when we were down in Disney when Jack was probably 7, 8.
Probably.
And the first comment out of her mouth is, he's like a different child here.
Yeah.
But every time we would come home afterwards, there's always some advancement in something. The one time he started buttoning a shirt,
or just having more, being more verbal.
Yes.
Things like that. Usually there were some fairly major breakthroughs. So we decided, we're going to try and go to Disney as much as we can.
And what parent wouldn't?
Help them out. And that's just the way it was. So Steve's saying, let us know when you return those receipts in the insurance company if it works or not, and we'll give it a try. Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll let you know, Steve, as soon as we get the reimbursement for that.
Okay. So as we talk about the fact that we can't go to Disney, Nevaeh is the same. Okay.
Disney.
So as we talk about not being able to go and not at this point, it didn't seem feasible. So we have someone who has gifted us some DVC points. And we won't talk about that for right now.
I know, but I just
we had a family gift us some DVC points
for
a room. However, we still need to raise money. And lots of people have suggested a GoFundMe.
And maybe we will at some point. I don't know. I mean, it just seems weird to me.
No, we do have some. We had some Disney gift cards from when we
had sort of an aborted trip last year that we had in the works. We had bought some gift cards, and I think didn't we have a room or something? We had some reservations.
Yeah, we had reservations
set up, and then my job sort of had some things going on.
Well, and see now, Mary, the cost of the tickets is so much more now. I'm like shocked. It doesn't drop like it used to.
No, it used to drop if you got like a 4 or 5 day,
even 3 days.
3 day. It used to drop a lot more per day,
so,
and it's not now. And I'm guessing that's probably partly because they have the one park per day thing.
Not only that, but
you can't do the park hopper,
and they don't have.
So they're trying to make up for it.
They don't have as many guests coming in,
right? So they're obviously trying to make up for some. Disney's trying to make up for some of that. But yeah, I mean, tickets are a bit crazy right now. But yeah, so we're in the process of working through that. And
so we're looking at going.
But I got to say something though. I mean, the person who gifted us, we love you. I mean, just it was an incredible gift. And we'll
talk more about it sometime in the future.
Yeah, we're not going to mention names or anything, but yeah, I just if they.
I'm amazed.
I just I can't even use the words. Just don't even describe the blessing that they imparted to us, and I hope that we can only.
They asked for pictures.
Yeah, they asked for pictures of our trip.
Okay,
I just only hope we can somehow bless them at some point. And
I'm amazed the price of tickets hasn't come down when you're getting a less experience than normal.
Right.
But the problem,
you would think.
But the thing is, they're operating at lower capacity too.
Yeah.
So, they're still turning on the lights for the bathrooms and.
Right.
That's why we try to squeak as much as possible out of our annual passes. They're expensive, but if we get the 2 trips out of it, then it's worth it. Yes.
Yeah. And we had annual passes back in 2016, 2017.
You can't get annual passes.
You can't get them right now because of the, situation that's going on. You can renew them if you have them, but you can't get new ones if you don't have them. So yeah, we were thinking the same thing was, okay, we are pretty 99% certain we're going in December now. We're trying to see if we can do a 2021 50th anniversary trip as well.
But
We're just sort of trusting that
that
will be able to work out.
Well, we don't have to pay for that for a year.
Right.
But the other thing is, we may not be able to go on that trip at the time you want to go because of weddings and things that may pop up.
Oh, okay. Well, then we need to tell someone that the first
We don't
week of
have-
October, last week of September
we
may
don't
not be a
have
good
that.
time to get married.
We don't have that ability to tell. There may be more than one wedding.
Oh, jeez.
So
Well, those people just need to understand they need to work around our Disney schedule. Anyway, Mary's saying, yeah, which I still don't have a refund on. Did you request the refund? Because I actually was on the phone. Was that 2 days ago?
mhm.
And I was just checking to see, is our annual passes coming out at any point? Because you know how a lot of times if you have bought tickets, you can apply the price of the tickets to an annual pass. and like Mary said, you know, if you go 2 times in a year, yeah, you can definitely pay for the price of the annual passes, plus all the other discounts. You know, right now I think there's 30% discounts on a lot of merchandise and probably 10 or 20% on restaurants and things like that. And yeah, Mary is still saying that they did request a refund. When I called, one of the things while I was on hold was they had a recording and it said something about, yes, refunds are starting to come out now and they're getting caught up on them. So
What did you request a refund for?
annual passes, they requested a refund for their annual passes, their 2020 annual passes, whatever probably the remainder of the period was on them.
Oh, okay.
And Disney hasn't gotten them out to everybody yet. I'm not sure how many people or
Okay.
you know, but it sounded like that it was fairly soon that would be forthcoming. So hopefully, Mary, hopefully you get your refund soon. Anyway, so yeah, so we've okay. So what else did you want to talk about as far as?
So
Did you want me to
several
bump
people
that up here?
Several people have mentioned a GoFundMe. We decided to try to do something different. I am an Amazon affiliate, and you know, periodically I drop Amazon links in, and people do purchase things through our Amazon affiliate link. You know, if I put up a picture of markers and you click on that link, anything you purchase, we're going to get something for. So it doesn't have to be whatever I link to, but we do. Jack has a little money that he got for his birthday, and we had those gift cards that we had, and so we have about a third of what we want to try to get.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like we're real extreme people. We never are.
No, we're usually very frugal as far as our Disney trips go.
Yeah. Too frugal.
Yeah, I mean, you know, most people are saying, "Oh, yeah, we spent 10 or 15,000 on this and that," and it's like, yeah, we made it to Disney and back for a few thousand, you know, instead of 10 or 15 or whatever. A lot of, but anyway, so I'm actually posting a link on here right now. It's a link to this.
Is it an error occurred? Ooh.
That's interesting. An error has occurred. Wait a moment, then try again. Okay, we'll try it again. But anyway, for some reason,
Why did that post at night? The other one.
It posted on the page, but it didn't post on the group.
You can't post it in the group.
Oh, well, then that's why it errored
Oh
out.
no. Well, I don't know. Maybe
We're not sure.
I don't know.
For some reason, when I just sent the message, oh no, wait, there it is. There, it's right there. Interesting.
Huh. I don't. Okay.
Oh no! It went to YouTube. It went to. That's weird.
But you're posting. You're not posting the affiliate link. You're posting.
No, I'm just posting the article. This is the link to the article that you wrote.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so my wife wrote an article today, and she just posted it a couple of hours ago, actually. And it basically is what we're trying to do to help maybe raise a few extra dollars for this Disney trip. and to help supplement some of the money we had left over from last year that we didn't get
See,
to use,
you
and
know-
money
you
that
know
Jack
how-
has.
You know how like the United Way
And
has a
Yeah.
cute little thing.
Yeah.
I have a Disney castle.
Yeah, there you go. There's the Disney castle, and there's about where we're at right now. But it's sort of funny though, because like you said, I mean, Jack has a little bit of money set aside from from the fair, from
Well,
selling.
so from his pig, and he
Selling-
got
selling
money
his
for
pig
his
at the fair.
birthday, and he came to me.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! You got to tell him about the prayer that he said the other day.
It was heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking. I mean,
It was heartbreaking. Dear God, what did he say? Dear God.
something like, "Dear God, help us to get lots of money so that we can afford to go to Disney." Something like that. And from his point of view, I mean, it was, a completely pure of heart prayer. But I mean, he just,
Don't you like my castle? And how I filled it in?
and T9 says that sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, so like I said, I don't know.
well,
The GoFundMe just seems a little,
Well-
but this is a way.
people do GoFundMe, so
I
that's
know.
okay. But the thing is, I want to what I'm is that the
What?
I put that Amazon affiliate isn't going to get them there. We need to create a link that says Amazon affiliate like that. I messed that up. That WDWpov
Mhm.
Amazon
This is
affiliate should be going to this page. So we're going to have to create a link to do that. But
Okay,
that's
so
okay.
my wife screwed something up.
That's
here.
okay.
You'll have to check back later, I guess. But
Yes,
there
we
is-
will drive.
There is a link here.
And there are suggestions. And look at this. Look. This is to tug at people's-
Maria's out there. Hi,
This
Maria.
is to tug at people's heartstrings. Look at that little boy. And you know what? When I look at him, I still see a little boy, because in his heart, he's still little.
He may be 16, but he's still
He's still a little kid, and very, very much processes things at a very young level.
So now you have it here,
Yes.
but it's very small. It's just you need.
I need to put it bigger.
You need to do something up at the top more.
Um,
But apparently, this gets you to our Amazon affiliate link, and we get like I don't know how many pennies or a few dollars for
Well, it
depending on
depends if they bought
what you buy.
if they bought a $15,000 big screen TV. We'd get more than a few pennies. No,
So
you
if
know what?
anyone
I
out there
do
has a
have
big screen TV that they need,
No, I
go
do.
to our affiliate
I
link,
do
please. And
have
you
a-
don't lose any money. You don't get it doesn't get added to the sale price or anything like that.
So actually, I have a friend who she said somebody bought their bedroom furniture, and it was like $10,000 through her link. And the thing is, when somebody buys something through your link, you don't know who it was unless they tell you I purchased something. There's no way to know where, So, but yes, we would drive.
Yes, we definitely drive.
He still has not flown yet.
Technically, he has
No.
once.
That wasn't flying.
It was flying. It
That
was
was
in
falling with style.
no. It was in a little. If anything, it was probably.
Yeah, but that
more
wasn't
scary.
that wasn't the.
It was in
That
like a
wasn't the-
4-passenger
He thinks he knows.
high wing airplane,
thinks
like
he
a small
knows it all.
Cessna.
He thinks he knows it all.
It was like a small Cessna
Listen.
airplane,
Listen to me, dear.
and we did like about a 20-minute flight around
Listen.
town real quick, and then landed. It was a Father's Day gift you got me.
Yes, but it wasn't the airport experience where the sniffing dogs are coming at you.
Oh,
The last time I flew, I had to walk while they walked back and forth with the dog. I had to walk through the dog,
okay. You had to walk through the dog.
through the
Through the
dog's
dog.
path.
Wow. Mary's, how long does it take to drive? Roughly about, it's about a.
If I drive
Yeah.
25 hours.
Okay. It's about a 16-hour drive, 16 and a half or so. But realistically, it's more like 18 to 20 by the time you make a few
Jack,
stops.
come on. Oh, he has a green shirt on.
They're just dummies.
Buzzworthy. I like that. He's got a buzzworthy shirt and it's
This
green.
is just like technical goofs.
Yeah, it's like the extra scenes on one of the movies, right? And that's
Right.
and that's the technical goof extra from one of the Pixar films.
You have a castle in your body.
But yes, Mary, we drive, and it is it's about roughly about 18 hours
Are
on
you
average.
floating? Your arms are floating.
and we'll drive through the night. I start driving around 5 or so in the afternoon. I've already got my spots that we stop. There's a restaurant we stop in West Virginia, and then I know my gas places where they have the cheapest gas between here and Florida, and I do that. So I've got it all. It's all mapped out here. The best way to save the most amount of money.
I have only seen dogs sniffing the luggage. She's been in one of those, and it's terrifying. But she's only seen dogs sniffing the luggage. Well,
yeah. But yeah, no, there's a little plane. So he's been in a little plane. He was in a 4-passenger Cessna.
No, I'm not worried about the plane. I'm worried about the airport experience.
Right. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So you're about the same drive as we are.
Is
then.
that cool?
Yes, it is.
It looks like you're missing your body.
Maria, we pretty much.
Spinning.
What direction do we go?
water.
We go south. I'm sorry, that was a dumb joke.
Hey, Dad.
We've-
Doofenshmirtz spitting cucumber water.
Doofenshmirtz spitting cucumber water. Say that 3 times fast.
Yes.
No, we do not have a Visa
Wait,
gift
but-
card.
I
And
don't even
I
like
don't
cucumbers.
know that Disney will give us a Visa gift card.
I always
Well,
get the
anyway,
cookies.
I'm going to finish Maria. Yeah, we typically go almost 77 almost the whole way down. We go
Through the
77
West Virginia
through
Turnpike.
Ohio, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. You stay on 77 forever, it seems. Then I think it cuts over to I-26 or something in South Carolina, over to 95 down through the rest of South Carolina, through Georgia, and then Florida, and you hit I-4 and you're in Orlando. So that's
He's
the way we
waving.
go.
He's
That's the way we
waving.
go.
Go ahead, wave again.
Anyway, Steve was saying, do you guys have Disney Visa card to get you points? No,
Nah.
unfortunately we don't. Maria was saying, do you pick up I-81? There is a point, I think it's in Virginia, where I-77 and 81, or is it West Virginia? No,
Where's your arm?
that they sort of join up for just a little bit. So we are technically on 81
we
for
can
a
get
short little period, but it's still 77 at that point. So yeah, that's okay. That makes sense now. Mary says you can get the Disney Visa that is a debit card.
So maybe we'll
and you
look
get
into
points.
that. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Thank you. I didn't
Thanks.
realize they had a debit card version of it.
Look, we're learning.
Because the credit card version right now, quite frankly, they'd probably look at us and say,
they would be laughing.
Credit? Credit? Are you guys kidding
have
me?
Only driven, you have only driven. Oh,
What just happened there?
did you think your stomach went away?
Wait, do that again.
No. Here, no, not all the way up. Here. It's still there, honey. It's the shirt's green.
But it's like we can see right through you, though. Isn't that funny? Isn't that neat?
Okay, so what T9
What was T9
says,
saying?
we have only driven once and we'll never do it again unless we take the RV, but then we wouldn't get free food.
Well, remember, if you
RV?
take the
Never
RV,
do what
you
again,
got to
Mom?
swing through
Drive to
Ohio,
Disney, to
cut
Because
across
what?
Ohio, and then once you're in the
Because
Youngstown
what,
area,
Mom?
then you can go down
Because
south. That's how that works. Okay.
She doesn't
Just
like
wanted
to
to let you know.
drive to Disney. Do you like to drive to Disney?
Yes, I do.
Yes, he does. And he knows what south means. I mean, he knows south, he knows north. And you mentioned in the thing you wrote about how he literally, even as a little kid,
I like
Before
to
he was
drive to
talking.
Disney.
2,
but
3,
I don't
4-year-old,
know the
he
way to
knew
Disney.
south.
You don't.
And he would try
I
to
don't
go
know.
Which way do we have
south
to go?
in the woods on our property
I don't know the way.
as
Do we
if
go
he were
that way or
trying to
that
get
way?
to Disney.
That
So
way.
that's how well he knows his directions. let's see. Mary saying we have the Disney Visa and charge everything on it. We paid for our APs with those Disney points. Now we did, Mary. I know on some of our previous trips and that we have gotten our Disney gift cards through our local Giant Eagle grocery store, which if they have double points, it's almost like getting 12% off.
I don't even like cucumbers
of the cards. So
why do
we've
I
done
always
that.
get the crazy?
It's also translated to fuel perks, where there was like a year where I don't think I paid for a full tank of gas because I had so much built up between Disney trips and things. But that we're not at that point anymore, unfortunately. But
okay, so he wanted to make sure he was still there. Absolutely, you can see that.
He had to pull up his shirt. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Mary. I was sad on November 2019 because I haven't been to Disney for a long time.
Every day.
Every day we get this.
Every day. And you know what? When he was little and he was talking, well, probably around 5 or 6 when he was talking, every day he would come downstairs and he would probably ask 40, 50 times an hour, when are we going to Disney?
When are we going to Disney?
And
so what was the free food comment?
I think T9, it was something like
because
probably
driving versus flying.
But I don't know that they're giving food on the airplane right now.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Okay.
Mouse Ears and Magic podcast. Hi there. How are you guys doing? Nice to see you out there.
Okay, so T9 says it sounds like someone is hinting for a ride.
No, I would never do that. No, T9.
No, you know what?
No.
If you drive here.
But if you happen to have an RV and you happen to
He'll drive.
I'll drive. Yes. You could tell Ed he can relax. He could sit back and relax and let me do the driving, because I do. I drive probably of the 16 to 18 hours of actual physical driving we do. I probably do all but maybe 1 or 2 hours of the trip.
Yeah.
I do just, I take a break
to my arm
just
again.
long enough to catch a few winks, but the rest of the way I drive.
Okay, so here. So let's go through the comments real quick because I want to do a couple things.
Mary
you can also get Disney gift cards. We don't have BJ's.
Yeah, there's a
we do have a Sam's
There's
Club.
a BJ's, which is like a Sam's Club, one of those kind of places. It's actually in I think Akron or Canton.
Okay.
I just saw it the other day.
Mary says, "Look what she said." What did she say?
Hi, Jack.
She said that to you.
That's good.
And Mary says she understands. She's sad too about not going to Disney. Well, Jack. Okay, so here's the deal. I do not make him wear a mask around here because he doesn't talk as much when he has a mask on. And I have heard people say their children have regressed. He says he wants to go to Disney. He does wear a mask if it's absolutely necessary, if it's required. In Ohio, there is an exemption for disabilities.
But that doesn't apply at Disney.
Yes.
Right.
But he says he wants to go and he will wear a mask, and he's been trying to show us he will wear a mask.
Yeah. And I have him wear it more often than not when we go out.
I don't.
I know you don't, and I do.
Because it's the talking thing.
Yeah, but he talks fine when we're there. What's going on with my head?
I think he was licking his hands. It's okay.
Mouse ears. They said,
I went in September and asked my wife every day when we're going back.
Yeah, you're in the same boat, but it's been 2 years, over 2 years,
I'm not a fish.
which for us has been
And
that's
the
crazy.
thing is, I could do this for myself, but every day, the thing is,
fish.
him, and knowing that it helps him so much.
Steve said when he used to drive, he wasn't allowed to do any. Don't know why, Steve. I don't know why.
Steve, I'm in the same boat as you.
I'm not a
I
fish.
really can't see at night driving.
Oh, T9. Okay, that's what she meant by the free food. If they're driving,
they
they
don't
go
have
to
the
the
dining-
camp. They go to the campground, which doesn't have the dining plan.
We
not a
don't have.
fish.
They don't have the dining plan right now. Anyway.
Yeah, they don't have the dining plan right now anyway, T9. So yeah, I mean, even now you can get your room, you can get your tickets, which you can't get, hopper passes anymore. But yeah, they don't have the dining plan right now.
So Mary says,
yeah, no exemption. We
knew
know
that.
We know
And
that.
Nevaeh goes back and forth with the mask, I'm assuming. What here's the thing. I have right now, when you make your reservation and you have your tickets, then you have to make a reservation at the park for that day. So I made reservations in the parks. I did our first day, nothing, no park, so we can get there, relax, maybe
Relax. What are you crazy?
be quiet. And then we'll be in the next day and the day after in the park. So we have 2 days in the park, a day break, and then 2 more days.
Yeah, hoppers for 2021.
Will it stick up? We'll
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. That's a good question though, whether that'll happen or not.
So we're going to ask Jack a couple questions. Through the years, he has an amazing brain. It's absolutely amazing to me how he retains information that we did not know.
Oh, she's
Old Key West, but it's going to be a split stay.
yeah. Good.
We'll stay at
Art of Animation for a few days, and then Old Key West for a few days.
yes. You have to. Well, you have to have the tickets, but you don't have to have the tickets.
Right.
You have to have the reservation.
We made the reservation, which is $200 for the
deposit,
reservation.
which we
deposit.
had. I paid for what we had on the Disney gift card. I put that down. So
Okay. By the way, for any of you out there who,
The
and
sea
I don't know if it's too late or not already at this point, but for 2021, October 1st, 50th anniversary, October 1st, you could theoretically make a reservation for next year, do a $200 deposit, and that gets you the ability then to reserve
the park.
the park.
Now
for
it could be
October
it could be
1st.
gone already.
It could be gone already, but
The sea hag.
keep checking, because there may be people like us who made a reservation but may or may not be able to fulfill it. So, but check it out. I mean, if you're thinking about wanting to be there for the 50th anniversary, I don't know what the crowds are going to be like. I don't, who knows? Nobody can predict the future at this point.
So
But think about it. If you want,
but we weren't talking about that. We were
I know.
talking about Jack.
but we're gonna try. We're trusting that, that
The sea
God's going to have a door open and the job situation, all that's good, which I fully believe is going to happen.
sea hag. Okay, so
But
listen.
We have it reserved just in case.
Yes.
So if you think you want to meet next year, October 1st, we might see you there.
Okay, so Jack, I posted this on I think either my personal Facebook page, and yes, you have to have the tickets. Will you stop?
But again,
I'm talking.
okay.
You're interrupting.
I'm
You're
not
interrupting
interrupting.
with comments.
Who's Harvey?
I don't know who's Harvey.
Take Harvey to the
We can make our DVC reservations on Friday. Yay.
okay,
Where are you
okay.
staying? Yes, it is, Mary. Believe me, I priced it out, applied every discount imaginable, and we save money getting free dining. We are foodies.
Oh.
And it's
If you do it right, yeah, you can.
No,
If you do it right,
it's not. It doesn't work for us because I really don't eat the amount of food necessary.
are you saying that T9 eats way too much food? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying.
Did you hear her? She just insulted you, T9. I
Jeff,
can't believe it.
Jeff, how many times have you watched me say you really don't eat that much?
Okay, so Mouse Ears is saying that all parks are still available
Yes.
for next
Okay.
October 1st. So, think about it. $200 deposit, get a room, you can make the reservation, and you're at least,
Okay.
you're guaranteed.
Listen to what Mary said. We will be there through 10-2. Us too.
If
If out.
everything works out, Mary, we will see you then.
T9,
If not before then.
T9, I'm going to come stay at your house.
I'm excited to be there on the 50th.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I know. That's I feel you there. I get that, but it's a once in a lifetime thing.
Watch it, Mr.
So,
Teaser Girl.
We'll put up with some maybe higher crowds than normal.
That sounds like fun. I love Beach Club. I
Oh, Beach
love
Club
it.
is a
But
lovely place.
we did not make reservations there.
We're still not quite in the Beach Club category.
I can.
We used to be, but we're working our way back.
I can make the dining plan work too, but not everyone can.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when we've had
Oh, the RV is named Harvey.
okay. So listen. So Jack, I posted on my wall, and I know some of you saw this, that about the movie. What was the first comment here? You stay right here. The floating bodies stay right here next to us. I had said, stop. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what did I post on my wall? Do you remember?
What did you post on your wall?
The first post was
About
the pirates who don't do anything. I had posted about the pirates who don't do anything, and he said he saw it in Movies 8 in Boardman in 2008. It was released in 2008. If we saw it in the movie theater, we definitely saw it in 2008. He was 3 years old at the time. He was nonverbal, and we had no idea that he knew years. We had no idea anything. How he remembers that he saw it in 2008 is totally he can't explain it to us, and we don't understand, because even when he became verbal, it didn't appear that he had a concept of years.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. The calendar was a foreign thing.
Yeah.
I think it was when you, well, at least we thought it was when you started filling in dates for like Disney, like here's a future Disney trip coming up, and you'd put it on the calendar, and then he would start Xing out the days.
He still does.
And he
Go
does.
ahead, get it. Get your calendar. Go ahead, get your calendar. And the thing is, I would put at the beginning of the year, and I've done this for years now, at the beginning of the year, I would fill in his calendar with all of, I would fill in the calendar with all of the dates for the upcoming Disney movies, Disney and Pixar movies.
Yep.
And so he would say, he'd know this movie is coming out this day, and how many days it was till a movie.
Yeah, and we'd have a countdown basically.
But and so this past year, usually it's in a 3-ring binder. This past year, I just did. I mean, it's pretty simple. And he X's it off, and that was, it says this is in January. That's Dad's birthday, and this is the Doolittle movie, which we did see in the theater. And he got blood work done that day. And I don't put everything on it, like Aunt Jeannie and Uncle Rob's birthday. And he'll know, and he'll say, are we having a birthday party? And Aunt Jeannie and Uncle Rob are my sister and brother. And then I need to put Facebook Live, because I used to put it, and I've stopped putting that, and we keep missing it. What?
He keeps pulling it.
Okay. And so Sonic came out that day, and The Call of the Wild, and Mom left, and Onward. Dad took him to Onward.
Mm-hmm. That was the last before COVID. That was the last movie we saw.
He X's everything off. So for him to remember dates now isn't shocking to me. What's shocking to me is that before he had a calendar, he can recall dates. Now, when he was younger, he said 2008, the pirates who don't do anything. The floating head belongs in the haunted mansion. Okay, so I did post, what's the first movie you remember watching in a movie theater?
Meet the Robinsons.
And what year was that?
2007.
2007. So
And
that
so,
movie came out in March of 2007.
could any of you have said when Meet the Robinsons movie came out? Probably not.
But more importantly, can you say what you did when you were 2.5?
Oh, didn't he even say it was at was it Regal Cinema in Boardman?
Okay.
So he knew what theater it was in.
So now we're going to talk about some movies here. Come here, buddy. We went to see a movie that was a disaster. We went to see a movie, and he was, and if there were any scary parts in the movie, he'd ask to go to the bathroom. And if anything was scary to him, he'd ask to go to the bathroom. Disney he did not like the noises at the Hoop to Do review.
Oh yeah.
And asked to go to the bathroom the entire time.
Yeah. We went back and forth between the two of us. Probably a half a dozen times in
Yeah.
the bathroom with him.
And so we went to see a movie in the movie theater, and he wanted to go to the bathroom almost the entire movie. And do you remember what movie it was that you hated at the movie theater?
Smurfs.
The Smurfs.
And I didn't see that one. You guys went without me to that, which I'm okay with.
Okay. So Gargamel in the Smurfs movie was
Don't-
scary to him. What year did we see that movie?
2011.
It came out on July 29th, 2011. We went to see it. I think David was with us and probably Melissa. And
I think I was working.
and in 2011, how old were you in July of 2011? Six?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so 2011, that was Melissa texting something mushy. So 2011, he was 6.5 when we saw this movie. And from that point on, what was the next movie we saw after Smurfs in the movie theater?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay, so he would not go. In fact, if we pulled in to the movie theater, he would scream because he was so traumatized by Smurfs. Do you remember that?
Yes, I did.
When did Wreck-It Ralph come out?
2012.
When in 2012? Do you know?
I can't remember.
He can't remember. Okay, so you guys have any clue when Wreck-It Ralph came out in 2012?
I'm surprised he doesn't remember that.
October. So it was over a year from July to October. So a year and what? 3 months that we did not go to the movie theater because he was so traumatized. And then I don't know if it was the lure of the Wreck-It Ralph, whatever it was, he decided we were going back to the movie theater, and he wanted to go back. And each step of the way, everything he was doing, you never knew, is this going to be like this forever? We didn't know if we'd never.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Go to the movie theater.
I was entertaining myself with the.
Okay, so come here. So, how many movies would you say? Do you know how many movies? I have not asked him this question. I do not know the answer to this. How many movies have you seen in the movie theaters? Do you know?
A lot.
Yeah. I don't even think he could count that many.
Can you count that many?
No, I can't.
Oh. What movie did you when was Beauty and the Beast, the live action?
March 2017.
Okay, he knows that. And it came out March 17, 2017. When did Beauty and the Beast come out, the animated?
November 1991.
And we have no clue how he knows these things, where he's picked it up, what has transpired that he knows this. But it's truly amazing, his recall of dates, and you do a good job, buddy, as you're floating there with no shirt on. Does it look like you don't have a shirt on?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. So I love the way his brain works. Such a beautiful thing. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the thing is, when he was nonverbal, and I get people ask this question a lot. When did he start talking, and were there indications he would start talking? No, we had no indication he would start talking. I'd walk in the room and he'd be sitting on the floor, and I'd ask him questions and get no response. And, we didn't know. And it was a very hopeless time.
He's done being quizzed, I think, for now.
Yes, he's done. He's done. But, we did. I have to, I'm going to use God because it's the truth. I mean, he sent us people that would encourage us and just kept saying, keep doing what you're doing, and just encouraged us to love him exactly how he is. And so I think that went a long way toward him being where he is now. But so he wants to go to Disney. He wants to go to Disney. So here's what we're asking from you. Share our post. Share if we post an affiliate link for Amazon, share that post. The more people share, the more people click on the links, the more people buy, the more money we raise toward this Disney trip. So,
and you are.
You can
more than
actually
likely,
put our Amazon link right in this
yes,
post.
I could do that. That would probably be a good
I taught
thing.
children on the spectrum for about 5 years. Go ahead, put that up.
I'm putting that up there.
And
we're back here.
He
we're back
from
here.
nonverbal to speaking is so incredibly is a rarity and something to be proud of. That comes with a lot of work from loved ones. Great job, guys.
And I don't know if if they had heard the earlier part of the if they had been in on the earlier part of the show when you had explained about why we took him to Disney as much as we did. And it was because he did have these breakthroughs repeatedly where we'd go to Disney and he started to talk. We would go to Disney and he started his memory, just all kind of things just happened.
Well, and one of the things
because of going to Disney. And I know it sounds goofy, but that was like his therapy. It really was.
He's 16. And when he was young, first of all, to get a doctor to even, that's not you need.
Well, that's what it came up. So.
No. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can use that. I can post it later. Did he start talking one word at a time or just start all at once with sentences? No, it was one word at a time. But there were, and I do have some posts about it. There was a time where he wasn't talking and he said a complete sentence. So we knew words were in there, but he would say complete sentences periodically. Like maybe he'd say one and then a year later say another one when he was under distress. I was trying to give him.
I know it's a long link.
Can you click on it? Can you actually click on that link?
Yeah, I can't right where I'm at here, but yeah.
He would I was giving him a bath once and trying to wash his hair, and it was a horrible battle, and to get him to wash his hair, and he screamed, "Why are you trying to kill me?" And I'm sopping wet, and he had pulled the shower curtain rod down on my head, and I was crying, and I had scratches because he was fighting and very physically
a strong kid.
Strong, yeah. Do you all have shows talking about handling sensory overload? We haven't really done shows. I've written about it, written some, but I have a blog. But we should.
My wife has a sister site. This is our WDWpov, which we talk about our Walt Disney World point of view, and we talk. It's not exclusively by any means, but we do talk about Disney trips and traveling with, with someone on the spectrum. But my wife has another site called mothersrandomthoughts.com. And a mother's random thoughts. And you talk Disney, you talk travel, but you talk a lot more about the autism side,
homeschooling and autism,
and the autism side of things a lot more there.
But so when he pulled the shower curtain on my head, the shower curtain rod, and I had scratches all over me and bruises and I can get it to be short. So when he did that, and I'm literally crying, and he jumps out of the tub with soap all over him, and he goes running down the hall. And my first response was, he can talk. and I was a mess. I was a complete mess most days because it was like living in a war zone. You did not know when he had a meltdown, if how physical he would be. And at 3, 4, 5 years old, he was strong.
Yeah.
We did not know, if he would ever talk. But on little moments like that, where you knew words were in there, another time he was sick and he was throwing up and he wasn't talking yet.
Yeah.
But he said, "Go, you say it."
Oh, what were his exact words? Something about what's happening to me.
Why is my
why-
body?
He said something like, what?
Why is my body doing this? Or-
Yeah, it was a couple of lines. It was like, why is this happening to me? And and it was just, it was in such desperation too. It was just, why is this happening?
And once in a while, after a particularly, it probably 2 or 3 times after really bad meltdowns where he was pinching and biting, and he very, very physically, it was hard on me and it was hard on Melissa, and he would he would say, he would be crying and he would say, well, help me. And as a mom, that's gut wrenching, for him to look and say, help me. And he knew there was a problem. And we did some stuff. We started some supplements, like acidophilus and, things that the mainstream, now everyone's recommending it. But at that time, doctors were not recommending things like that. And we did a lot of natural stuff. So, and I know that helped, but so Mary, for you, they're happening more. And and it is emotionally draining. And in our house, things are a lot better than they used to be. A lot better. I mean, he still has bad days, but it's nothing like it was. And
we've got, I mean,
and he's sleeping, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah. I mean, there are definitely stages and things that he'll go through, obviously the repeating. And sometimes it seems like it's going to be an endless loop and he's never going to get out of a certain stage. And then before we know it, he's on doing something else. And we're like, what was it that he was doing before? Because you forget. You just forget.
The rewinding videos.
Oh my goodness. I forgot. Yeah, the rewinding video thing.
The rewinding videos. And the, what was the other thing he was? Oh, the licking doorknobs. Licking doorknobs. Everywhere we went, licking doorknobs. Touching everything.
Yeah. It was like, okay, this kid, his immune system is he's probably immune to COVID because, the kid has had every probably germ in his body at some point or another.
And the thing is, these happen after anything that is close to normal happens. So someone visits and then the hours after they leave are miserable. And, all I can say is, all we would do with him is just wrap our arms around him and love him and just keep loving him. And just try to meet him where he's at. The wisdom was when he was little is do not let them become obsessed with whatever they're obsessed with. You need to pull them out of that. And I said, that doesn't even make sense to me. If like I have a brother who loves horses. If I told him he could never talk about horses again, he would be miserable all of his life. So, and you, if we said to you, you can never talk about space again, you can never look at the stars again, because you're obsessed with it and it's not healthy for you.
Yeah.
Or, all of you here, you can't ever talk about Disney ever again because it's unhealthy. Would that make you a happier person? Do you think you would come and just be friendly and nice to everyone? Or do you think you'd get a little crabby?
Yeah.
So, he never gets sick now. you know, and I just, as hard as it was, we embraced every stage, and she rewinds everything. It is so much easier with
Yeah,
DVDs.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so let me tell you something.
Or, yeah,
I
what's that?
firmly believe, and I said this to someone, and they told me a little story. I firmly believe that you don't try to help them out of the stage. You just let them immerse themselves in that stage, and their brain eventually gets whatever it needs and moves on.
Well, do you remember with YouTube? We didn't even know this,
Oh,
but with YouTube, and this was years ago, and he just picked it up and figured it out himself. You could go slow motion, forward, backwards, and speed it up, and all kind of fun things. And he would just go through the same loop though, and and then he would set up like on the DVD player there
an
was some kind of
AB.
an AB switch button or something where you could loop it, and he would get to like maybe a 10 or 20-second segment, and then boom, hit the AB or whatever, and it would loop it again, and he just, oh my goodness.
So I told a friend about,
And yes, he is
the
sleeping
Ricky,
past 5 a.m. now.
and we can talk about that too. But hold on, don't go clicking.
Sorry.
So I told a friend the story about him licking the doorknobs, and she said that a similar experience in their house, but the mom didn't handle it well, and it's almost like the child got stuck at that point. So the rewinding, when we were, and I wrote about this, that when we were at church and he wasn't rewinding, he was probably 5.
And he would make the noise too.
But he,
You remember
yes,
that? He would
yes,
actually make the rewinding noise.
from
He'd
the
be like,
VHS
yeah,
tape.
from the, like this is back with the VHS. Yeah, and he was, and then you'd do it again, and then he'd make the noise.
So when we were at church, and the woman that sort of took care of him, we were in a room, and I usually stayed with him, and there was a kid that would come in with another aide, and he would rewind the tape. And I remember thinking, oh, thank goodness Jack doesn't do that, because that would drive me nuts. I don't know what I would do if my son was doing that. And it was one of these, oh, my son doesn't have that issue.
Oh, that's one bullet we dodged.
And then a couple years later, he started doing it. And at that, when he started doing it, I understood that his brain needed whatever he was rewinding. And everyone in the house, everyone would say, stop that already. I'm like, just let him do it. What's it hurting? I guess I really am much like between
You've mellowed out quite
between
a bit.
the two of us.
Oh, I'm pretty mellow.
No, I'm saying like things like that really bothered you, and I was like, yeah. Okay.
So anyway, so yeah, T9
T9
was saying yes, he is sleeping past 5 a.m. now, thankfully.
So he is on.
And Mary was saying some of it is hormones.
He is on gummy, CBD gummies. He takes them at night. He started maybe 6-8 months ago.
Something
That's
like that.
probably a little longer, but the doctor recommended it a couple of years ago, and I said no, and then he had some blood work done, and then the doctor recommended it again, and I said okay, and he said he has tested patients on these gummies, and there's absolutely no THC, and then he did test Jack, no THC, but he does sleep better. Mm-hmm. And that's been a game changer because lack of sleep makes zero sense.
This is about
comforts.
This is about what they might focus on or whatever. Why take it? Why? Yeah, I mean, if they're interested in something, why tell them they can't be? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You're right.
Friends came by with kids, and they played outside, and after they left, we had 3 hours of misery.
I'm sorry.
And if we portray that everything is rosy here, that is not the case. I do think that God has just imparted a level of joy that even in the worst days, I have a level of patience that is not me.
Hmm.
I mean, like, you know.
She takes it out on me. That's what happens. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I don't have that level of patience.
I don't get that same patience. Come on. What's the matter?
It may or may not make me happier to not talk about Disney, but it certainly get more work done.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
some of it you should ignore, especially if they aren't hurting themselves.
Right,
Absolutely.
right,
And you know,
right.
the thing is, and I did some of
if
this
it's not causing any
when
harm.
he was
yeah.
probably 5, 6, 7 years old. I did some holding therapy, but not anything like, and this was, I just read about it and did a modified version, nothing like that they actually do. It was more or less, I'm holding him and just comforting him, and just, if he, I mean, he would be trying to pinch me and stuff, but I would just hold him and just talk very softly to him, and just tell him I loved him and sing to him. And so it's amazing where they can find sensory. Yes. the back of your arm, he used to love to touch.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Melissa, not yours. You don't have enough back here. Okay. Mary is, this is the cry for a mother's cry for help. She's not going to make it. Mary, you are going to make it. Tell the doctor and say, you know, if you want the name of the gummies, and I was really reluctant to give the CBD gummies a try, and the first night we used that.
Oh my God, yeah. The very first night.
He didn't sleep at all. No. It was like, I'm thinking, oh my goodness.
This isn't working.
He's not going to bed. So I said I would give it a week before I called the doctor and said, okay, you're crazy. And the second night he started sleeping.
He was sleeping. It was like 8 a.m, whatever.
Yeah.
He was waking up.
Now, there are mornings he wakes up earlier, but
Yeah.
but other people have noticed that there's a level of calmness. Now, he bounces around the house, and it has not, my fear is that it was going to change.
Thank you for that comment.
It was going to, yes, thank you. So my fear was that it was going to change the essence of who he was, and it has not. And you know, I see people online all the time saying they're giving their kids these strong drugs that are changing who their kids are. And I'm not convinced that that's the way to go, but we didn't know exactly when the people were leaving.
We are back here, by the way.
Didn't give her a warning that they would be leaving. Okay, so yes, change it all.
Right.
Any change. Leaving, and Marcus is worse than Douglas with that.
Sometimes, yeah. I am still sometimes.
You know, I could say, when the show's over, hey, let's go to the grocery store and throw on my shoes and run out the door without any problem. And so I expect everyone to just, okay. So
I had a student that loved rubbing my hair. Problem was, it would put me to sleep.
Okay. So Jack loved to sniff hair.
Yeah.
Girls' hair, and he likes to touch girls' hair. Now, we have gotten him to the point where he will ask, can I smell your hair? And most people, he is so charming. He really is, that most people say, sure, you know. It's just hard with working and trying to do everything and never getting a break. And Mary.
I know.
Mary.
Things will get better. They will.
They will. If I could go back and tell myself, even 5 years ago, okay, he's 16. If I could go back to when he was 12 and say, just calm down a little.
Yeah.
Or even go back, you know, if I could go back to when he was 3 or 4, because that 3, 4, 5 was the worst.
And yeah, there are some drugs out there that are just crazy that, you know, they would give to anyone, let alone kids. And yeah, we are definitely proponents of trying to do everything as naturally as you can without over medicating, without, you know, going hog wild with, you know, all these different pills and things. I don't know. there's so many side effects
Yeah.
that are involved.
And the thing is, we are not experts, and we have not done.
But we play one on live stream shows.
No, I mean, we're not experts. We know, we've just, and a lot of it for me was praying and saying, okay, God, what's the next step I'm supposed to take? Because I don't know. What's the next step for, as far as his education? What should I be teaching him? What should I be, what curriculum should I use? And it just one moment at a time. Nevaeh sleeps through the night just fine. It's just her behavior during the day is really bad lately. And she's almost 13, so that could be a part of it. And
It could be the hormones.
It
and
could be,
things
but
kicking in.
you know, and that's what I was thinking with Jack. It was, you know, he was having these. Well, and that was it. That was part of why I mentioned it to the doctor, because he was crying all the time. And that he's a very happy child, but he was crying all the time. And as he was crying all the time, it was heartbreaking. You know, he'd have days where it was just, he was so sad, and it probably was hormonal, but
Related to Ed, he'll come in at 11:30 and say it's time to go to Walmart. At least he used to. Yes, I know. You can't even go to 24-hour places anymore. They shut down at like 9 or 10 o'clock now. And we're still back here.
at the darkest moments, take a step back and remember the love you have for your child, and the love they have for you. Although they don't show the same, you know, their show of love and affection. It's a constant learning process, but stay strong. You've got people supporting you. And the thing is, Jack is incredibly kind, and I think Nevaeh exhibits that kindness. She's a sweet girl, and you know, I don't know what I say now, knowing what he had in his head. I mean, imagine walking around and having all these dates and things swirling around in your head.
Mm-hmm.
That would be too much for me to handle. I mean, I know when I go to bed at night, my brain won't shut off, and it's annoying. But really, he's got a lot of information in there that we had no clue was in there. And I think him learning how to get some of it and talk about it has helped some. But so I have some work to attend.
Oh, you
to.
have some work to do now. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is the woman who told me before the show started, oh, you should be no longer than an hour tonight. And it's almost 2 hours now because somebody here got a little long-winded, which is okay. It's okay.
We were talking about Jack.
I know. And yeah, Mouse Ears Magic podcast thing. I came here to talk Disney. Never thought it would turn into talking one of my other favorite things.
Well, and that's why we love Disney. So, I mean, we always loved Disney, but that's why we have visited Disney so much, and we have spent so much time. You know, we basically started WDWpov as a place to put videos, so Jack could watch safe videos that didn't have swear words in it, because because we were so afraid, like if he watched anything with a bad word in it, he'd be saying it.
Yeah. So Mouse Ears and Magic, we appreciate you watching tonight, and you know, we should probably keep in touch somehow. Maybe, you know, private message us or something. But yeah, we started this back in 2016 roughly, and it was mainly so we could have a family friendly spot. We had Facebook, and we have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, and a website. Although the website, I need to get more stuff done on there, and she's trying to help. But yeah, we wanted a family-friendly spot, and also, like you said, you know, that way Jack had somewhere to go and watch some of the videos. And I still have a ton of raw video I could post on there. I just need the time. But what were you going to say?
I was going to say, you know, for the number of times he rewound somebody else's video, let him rewind ours.
Yeah, rewind ours. At least maybe we'll get some credit for it. But anyway.
Okay, Mary said Nevaeh is usually so sweet.
I'm sure.
I just hope we can figure something out.
Yes, we do too. keep praying for you guys.
Yeah.
And Steve says, be glad she's working that money towards the Disney trip. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're doing what we can. We're doing what we can. And yeah, we all get long-winded at times. Our shows are supposed to be 30 minutes, and I don't remember the last one under an hour. Yeah, we've had some shows that have gone, I don't think our shows usually go less than 30. Usually they go an hour to 2. Some nights we've been on for 3. And
We're not going to be tonight.
we're not going to be tonight. We're probably going to wrap this up here fairly soon because she's got some things to do still. I've got some things to do. But anyway, Steve says, when we go to Disney, it's usually during the school year. And I was worried about taking Nevaeh out of school, but she learned so much when we go. We say it's an educational trip, and it really is. I mean, that's definitely no joke. I mean, and that's again with Jack, with, the things that he advanced in from, one trip to the next. It always seemed like he came back with something, some breakthrough. And so it's his happy place, and we try to get him there as much as we can. So, and you need the time. Who's got the time from Alice? Yeah, from Alice in Wonderland. Nice. So anyway,
But we thank you.
Yeah.
And I don't sing. You can
I'll
sing by
sing our
yourself.
song. I'll sing our closing
Okay, I'm
song.
gonna
But
leave.
before,
Oh.
no, I'm just saying what you should probably do is change the post. Here's the post again.
No, I'm not going to change the post.
Well,
change the
she's gonna-
post. I'm going to.
This is where the affiliate link is at.
Yeah.
So if you go, you can click on that, and that'll get you to the Amazon affiliate link, like I just did.
or anything in the post.
And that gets you to. I'd open up another window, but yeah, what's that again?
Anything in the post up higher. There's go up.
I love that picture.
I know. Up there.
Oh yeah,
Click on any of those
any of
things.
these would get you onto Amazon with our affiliate link. So that's another way you can do it. But so what are you going to change? You were
I
going to do
might
something.
actually do a WDWpov.com Amazon affiliate page.
Mm-hmm.
And then just
okay.
have it direct to here.
I get it. Okay. So let's see. What take our boys out of school for Disney. That's the way to do it. And they really do learn so much. And yeah, I mean, if you go during the school year, it's depending on the time of year, it's going to be a little less
We
busy.
make our kids do school at Disney.
And well, no,
just tell people that.
it's great to meet you all. Have a great night. We appreciate you being out there too. And like I
We
said,
homeschool.
we homeschool. So yeah, they do school anytime, all the time. But yeah, let's keep in touch. Appreciate you being here tonight. Steve says, great show tonight. And with that, we will go ahead and close it out.
Okay.
And you go ahead and do what you need to do with the post. Maybe, like you said, maybe post a couple more things on our page and our group. But for now, after she gets out of the way here, I'll do my little closing by myself. I'm going to do it solo tonight. Me. Throat's a little bit parched. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. I'm singing a little high tonight. MIC. See you real soon. KEY. Why? Because we like you. MOUSE. Love hitting that high note. Again, thanks for being with us tonight. We love all you guys out there, and thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Have a great magical week. And we just, that's how we close our show most weeks, with the little Mickey closing song there. But again, tell your friends about us, share what you can to help. Mary, we appreciate everything you do. And again, truly, we're we think about you, and we're just praying for things to calm down a little bit. This has been a crazy year, I know, and we just need a little bit more calmness, and that's going to happen. It's going to happen. But again, yeah, if you could, share a group out there, tell your Disney friends about us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're at 972. We just need another 28 subscribers, 28 to get to that 1,000 mark. So help us out there if you can. But again, thank you so much for being with us. We love being here, and we love having you guys out there chatting with us every Monday night at 8 p.m. And I think I'm just dragging this on too much. So have a magical week, and we will see you again next Monday night at 8 p.m. Take care.